CU Sports Mag, volleyball looks to get their first Big 12 win of the season versus Baylor.
We got soccer against OU and Baylor. Look at that nice shot right there.
And cross country is back on the course.
So is Jenny Behringer back in action. CU Sports Mag right now. Welcome to this week's edition of CU Sports Mag. I'm Matt Hanlon. This is Ron Knabenbauer. And we got soccer for you, and we also got volleyball.
That's right. It was also a big weekend in the Big 12 football. Let's get to those highlights right now.
Starting with a little K-State, Iowa State action. We got number 4, Austin Arnard, rolls left behind his line and rolls into the end zone. 6 for the Cyclones. You got number 6, Greg Gregory, stranded around. Whoop! Slips out of that one. He's rolling deep and looks deep. Got him right on the numbers. Number 83, Brandon Banks, and he takes it to the house. A little taunt right there. I don't know, get a little flag. Number 4, Austin Arnard, throws it up. A little 3 flies up. Tip drill to number Jack Williams. He is pumped right there. This is a big play right here. Extra point blocked by the Wildcats. Ended up winning 24-23 on that last moment play right there. They are pumped. Loving it down there. OU against the Miami Hurricanes. Ja'Cory Harris rolls back, looks deep for his receiver, but ends up finding number 2, Brian Jackson for OU, who gets the pick down their own end. Very, very big play right there. Now we got Landry Jones rolling right, looking in the end zone, and delivers a strike to Cameron Kenny in the back of the end zone. He's looking up those fans just saying, what now, what now? Now we got Ja'Cory Harris, just calm and cool back in that pocket, looks deep, takes the hit, and there is nobody on the Miami receiver. Big, 21-20.
Baylor, Kent State. Kent State looking for the go-ahead field goal until it gets blocked by Baylor. Keeps the score at 7-7 in that first quarter. We jump to the second quarter now. Nick Florence, a QB sneak and the dive for the quarterback touchdown for the 6-yarders. Baylor up 14-7. Later in the game, Jared Celebi breaks the tackle and goes 45 yards for Tasers. Baylor's going to take this one 31-15. Baylor's looking good this season. Texas Tech, New Mexico. Steven Sheffield in at quarterback for the injured Taylor Potts. In his first possession, Sheffield does a beauty. Sheffield has time and finds a wide open Alexander Torres in the end zone until he gets rocked. He holds on to the ball though for the touchdown, 14-7 Tech. Later in the third quarter, scramble. Sheffield's going to scramble to the left and find a wide open Datron Lewis. And Lewis, well, he's going to go the extra 10 yards with a slow motion dive, 28-7 Tech at this point. New Mexico trying to get back in the game. Quarterback Donovan Porter looking for a man, but just can't get away from the big 296-pounder Britton Barbie. Tech wins big, 48-28. Former Colorado football player Lionel Harris is a free man after spending just over a year in prison. Harris was locked up on felony charges of second-degree burglary and menacing after him and former teammate Bernard Jackson broke into a University Hill apartment armed with a handgun in July of 2008. Harris is now in a halfway house in Adams County, a transfer he earned by being a model inmate, according to his attorney. Harris appeared in 23 games for the football team from 2004 to 2007, totaling 92 tackles and 4 interceptions, and graduated with a degree of sociology in 2007.
Colorado begins Big 12 play this weekend, opening it up against the Texas Longhorns. The Buffs heading to Austin to face the number 2 team in the nation. CU is coming off a tough road loss against the West Virginia Mountaineers last Thursday. Like last week, Colorado will be again playing in a tough environment on the road. The well-rested Longhorns are coming off a bye week and look to extend their unbeaten streak. On the bright side for the Buffs, a top team has gone down every week. Last year, the then number 5 ranked Longhorns came into Folsom and handled the Buffs 38-14. Mark Johnson with KOA has the recap.
3rd and 6 in the 35. Shotgun snap to McCoy. Retreats, has time. Now flush. Here's where he's dangerous. Running to his left. He falls, but he flips it off. Running down the left sideline. Wide open. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Chris Ogbonnaya. Motion man Scotty McKnight to the backfield from right to left. Hawkins, quick swing out. Catch by McKnight. Sets up the throw. Looks up the right side. Scott is out there. He makes the grab at the 30. Running at the 25. Hit and hammered down inside the 20. Oh, the trickery by Dan Hawkins. 9:51 to play in the first. And Darrell Scott with a hey, look at me play against his team from Texas that he's burned to come to Colorado. It's McCoy. Play clock at 3. At 2. Takes a snap. Boots out to his right. Being chased by Perkins. Tucks it under now, throws it back in the end zone. Shipley is out there high in the air, makes the grab, comes down, touchdown, Texas. Here comes pressure. McCoy drops, steps up with the pocket now, swings it off, and it is picked off by Jaleel Brown, running at the 50, running at the 40. He's got one man with an angle, stop and go, 15, and out of bounds. Colorado, interception, Jaleel Brown, and he returns it all the way back to the 16-yard line with 20 seconds to play in quarter number 1. He's missed 2 in a row here today, 3 in a row over the last 2 games. Put down, kick is up, it is on its way, and it is no good again. Ogbonnaya, slot left formation, waist high snap. McCoy looks to his right, looks over the middle. Pass is deflected off of the tight end and picked off by Chappell Brown. It went off the hands of the tight end just over the middle, Peter Ullman, up in the air, and Chappell Brown with another interception. Hawkins out of the shotgun, takes a snap. Drops, looks to his right, delivers out there, catches made at the 5, diving high in the air, into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown, Colorado! Jake Barons, the fullback, kind of leaked out on the right side, made the grab with a 6, and went airborne, flying into the end zone to make it 28-6 in favor of Texas with 3:58 to play in the third, and the streak is alive if nothing else.
240 and counting.
McCoy calls for the ball. Inside handoff to Johnson, slow developing play, but he finds a bit of a seam, continues to like.
Colorado running back Darrell Scott had his best week of practice this past week, according to running backs coach Darian Hagan. Scott, a former number 1 recruit from Ventura, California, spurned CU's upcoming opponents, the Texas Longhorns, on National Signing Day in the spring of 2008 to come to Boulder to play for the Buffaloes. Scott is hoping to be healthy enough to have a big game against the Longhorns after being plagued by a bruised knee suffered during the opening kickoff against Toledo on September 11th.
Consistency hasn't been CU football's strong point, especially when it comes to the kicking game. But the usual place kicker, Eric Goodman, has some competition from a couple of underclassmen on the team. Until the game against West Virginia, Goodman made 3 out of 4 field goal attempts, with one that was a 54-yarder, a career best. The Buffs have opened camp this week with scholarship freshman Zach Grossnickel and walk-on sophomore Ryan Oweda as 2 potential kickers. Although the 2 have a fair chance, Coach Hawkins says that Goodman has the pop and the leg strength needed to be on the field. Next on tap for you guys, we've got your weekly trivia question and cross country.
So stay glued to those seats.
I'm Nikki Marshall. More Sports Night coming up next.
History with this week's trivia question. And it is, which former Buffs football star was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame in 1993? We'll reveal the answer later in the show.
The CU men's and women's cross-country teams hosted their one and only home meet of the season this past week. The Rocky Mountain Shootout was held at CU's South Campus, Buffalo Ranch. This meet is one of the longest-running collegiate races in the nation and includes Division I and II programs all over the Front Range. Both sides were dominated by CU taking the individual and team titles in the meet. Senior Jenny Behringer broke the course record with her win of 19 minutes and 25 seconds, with Allison McLaughlin and Emma Coburn finishing 3rd and 2nd. But not to be outdone, senior Kenyon Newman won the men's 8K race, and the team won with a score of 16 points. This marks the 11th straight year that both teams won the team title.
A couple of days ago, I sat down with my coaches and we decided that I was going to go for the course record. And that was kind of a tall order because it's a really difficult course record. Kara Kara Goucher is a really incredible athlete. She was incredible when she was here. And so to go after a record that she set, I believe at the conference championship when it was here, was going to be a formidable effort. And I was really happy to get out here and do it. I started out hard and ran from the gun because that's what I was going to have to do if I was going to go after the record, and brought it in strong. So I'm really happy with how it went. There was definitely some sentimental parts to it. I mean, knowing that I'm running on my home course, I'm wearing my school uniform, and this is the last time that a lot of people in Boulder are going to see me race as a collegiate athlete. And so it was exciting to kind of get the green light from my coaches to go for the course record and to race really, really hard. And I mean, every time I headed west, I get this beautiful view of the Flatirons on a nice sunny day. It was just such a picture-perfect capstone to my training and my career here in Boulder.
Colorado soccer took on the Oklahoma Sooners at Printup Field last Friday, hoping to continue their hot start to Big 12 play after defeating Nebraska and Iowa State the previous weekend. In addition to remaining undefeated in conference play, CU was also shooting for Coach Bill Hempin's 100th win. The first half provided a Nikki Marshall goal and assist to Kelly Butler with an OU tally in between, giving the Buffs a 2-1 halftime lead. Marshall was at it again in the second half, scoring a hat trick in under 5 minutes to bury Oklahoma. Colorado has handled Oklahoma in recent years, going 4-0 against the Sooners since 2005, outscoring OU 14-3 in the process. Senior Nikki Marshall, 4 goals and 1 assist.
All right, well, we're going to backtrack now back over to cross country and talk a little bit more about Jenny Behringer, as awards are starting to roll in once again for the CU Runner, history, with this week's Country Runner of the Week after smashing that course record by 13 seconds. This was Behringer's final race in Boulder as a Buff. In her time at CU, she has set 6 collegiate and 7 CU records, as well as the American record in the steeplechase. And to top all that off, Behringer has also been named a finalist for the Bowerman Award. This is a prestigious award that recognizes the most dominant, outstanding collegiate field athlete in the nation. But we're not done yet, folks. Earlier this week, she was also named a finalist for the USATF Jesse Owens Athlete of the Year Award. The Jesse Owens Award is unique because the winner is selected by the media, as well as 10% of the votes coming from online fans. With only a few months into the year, Behringer has already proven that she will end her collegiate career with a bang. Senior Nikki Marshall's 4 goals and 1 assist in Colorado's thrashing a Big 12 rival Oklahoma got her into the record books 2 more times. Marshall, who already owns the career record for goals and game winners, became the Buffs' all-time leader in points when she scored in the 65th minute, capping off a 5-1 victory. That same goal was the third in a hat trick that only took Nikki 4 minutes and 46 seconds, a net school record. A performance of such caliber can only mean one thing. Nikki Marshall is this week's CU Sports Mag's Athlete of the Week.
I think a couple of them were definitely I was in the right place at the right time. Their defense, I think, just struggled. They got pretty frustrated. We played really well that game, all together as a team. We really got under their skin, and then a couple of those goals, the defense literally just passed me the ball. And then a few of them were just incredible assists from my teammates. I think we need to be tougher. I think we need to learn how to kind of win ugly. In the Big 12, not every team plays, that possession-oriented soccer. We have to adjust to that, kind of play like everyone else does on that certain day and hopefully come out with a win. I'm Nikki Marshall, CU Sports Mag Athlete of the Week.
CU was looking to build off their beatdown of Oklahoma when they faced it last Sunday on the road. Colorado recorded 6 shots to Baylor's 4 in the first half, but the sides went into halftime tied at 0. The scales tipped in the 70th minute when Baylor's Lisa Slewinski snuck a chip shot over Buffs keeper Kara Linder, putting Baylor ahead 1-0. Moments later, Buffs midfielder Cassidy Fitzpatrick responded with a fierce shot that took the Baylor goalie by surprise, evening the score at 1-1. However, CU was unable to match the Bears' effort and surrendered another goal in the 85th minute, leaving the Buffs with a 2-1 loss. The Buffs now stand with a 7-6 record and a 4-run record in the Big 12. They hope to bounce back with 2 wins on the road this weekend as they take on Missouri on Friday and Kansas on Sunday. After the break, we're going to have a unique version of this week's Double Team with Leslie Fox and Kylie Burse.
Also on the menu, we're hitting the courts to check up on the volleyball. Stay tuned.
Got Leslie Fox and Kylie Burse.
So take it away, gals.
Fox sitting alongside Kylie Burse. And we've got an exciting show of double team today, a little unique.
4 minutes long.
That's right. We have a couple things that we're going to go ahead and go through for you. Here at Sportsman, we tend to cover some of the bigger stories that are around campus and in CU sports, but we're going to talk about some of the things that may have fallen through the cracks a little bit.
That's right. And starting with the CU football team, they're have an exciting weekend coming up, but they're playing the number 2 ranked Texas, and it's no secret that they've had a disappointing start. They're 1-3 on the year, but I think the most disappointing aspect of the Buffaloes is the lack of efficiency from quarterback Cody Hawkins.
That's right. And numbers aren't everything, but they are important, and Cody Hawkins' numbers are anything but flattering.
No, he's ranked last in 3 of the major categories in the Big 12 Conference for quarterbacks. He's last in pass efficiency, pass completion percentage, and yards per completion.
Well, he has managed to pick up a first-place category in one thing.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's ranked first in interceptions thrown.
That's right. He's thrown 7 interceptions in 4 games. That's 3 less than he threw in 12 games last season. But, Leslie, what hints do you have for the Buffs going into this game against number 2 Texas this weekend?
Well, here's one, Colorado. Listen up. Balance your running game.
That's right. There's a reason we got the number 1 running back recruit, Darrell Scott. Play Darrell Scott. He is essential for this team to win this Saturday.
Exactly. If the Buffs can balance their running game, I think it'll take a little pressure off Cody Hawkins and make his life a little less complicated.
That's right. And believe it or not, in the past couple seasons, we've actually had a couple of Buffs go on to the NFL. And I know that our viewers are wondering who they are and what they're doing.
Yeah, where are they now? Well, starting with the most recent linebacker, Brad Jones. He's still with the Packers. He didn't have any noteworthy statistics in their Monday Night Football loss to the Vikings, but his teammate Mason Crosby did. He connected on a 31-yard field goal and also made 2 for 2 in the extra points, and we miss him around here.
We certainly do. There's also George Hippolyte. He's currently a member of the Carolina Panthers practice squad. He originally signed with the Jaguars and as an undrafted free agent. And then last but not least, we have Jordan Dizon, who's playing right now with the Lions. And this past week, he recorded 1 solo tackle against the Bears. So that was great for him.
That is good. But, football is not the only sport where the ex-Buffaloes are excelling.
That's right. We actually have ex-track and field star Davin Ritzenheim, who beat his personal best by more than 20 seconds to in the 5,000-meter run. And that's actually breaking a U.S. record right there. He finished in just under 13 minutes, and that's incredible for him.
Another former Buff, Kara Gauscher, was the highest-placed American in the World Championships marathon event in Berlin, Germany. She ran 26.2 miles, in just under 2.5 hours.
That's absolutely incredible. Our Buffs are doing some really great things. Now, track and field, they're doing something new. They hired a new sprint and hurdles coach. Can you tell us a little bit about Drew Morano?
Yeah, Drew has plenty of experience coming from Colorado State. He's a 4-year letter winner there, and he's also set records for the indoor and outdoor 400-meter runs there.
And he's doing awesome out there. Here at CU Sports Mag, you all know that we do an Athlete of the Week. And this week it was Nikki Marshall, but close runner-up was runner Kenyon Newman, and he actually took his very first Rocky Mountain Shootout title this Saturday.
Yeah, he finished that challenging 8K course in just under 25 minutes to lead the Buffs to their 19th consecutive title.
That's right.
And then leading up to our last category is the CU ski team, veteran ski coach Richard Rokos. He was always trying to find a way to pay tribute to his old athletes on the ski team. And what was his answer? A 4.5-foot high, 800-pound slab of rock. What?
Where on earth did he get something like that?
Maybe his backyard. It wouldn't fit in his car.
I know. Well, actually, that plaque has a meaning, or that rock has a meaning. It's actually going to hold plaques of some of our great alums. Right now, it has Bob Beatty and Bill Marlowe on there, and they're actually going to add a couple of plaques coming up in the next few weeks.
Yeah, so they can add a lot. The big rock's name is actually Mountain of Honor, and its final resting place is going to be at the Dalward Athletic Facility.
Well, I think that's the only place. Once it's there, it's good to go.
Yeah, they're not moving that stuff. So.
No, they aren't. Well, that's all the time that we have for Double Team today. We encourage you to keep looking for all these smaller stories that you may not always hear on Sports Night, so check out CUBuffs.com.
Thanks again for...
Thanks, guys. On Saturday, the CU women's volleyball team had a tough loss to number 19 ranked Baylor. The Bears jumped out to a quick start in the first game, overwhelming the Buffs in hitting percentage. This trend held true the entire game as Baylor finished the set 25-14. In the end, Baylor was too strong for Colorado, taking the second and third games 25-19, 25-15. The win advances Baylor's record to 15-1 overall and drops the Buffs to 5-10 overall, and a devastating 0-6 in Big 12 play.
Volleyball continued conference play against the Missouri Tigers in Columbia on Wednesday. The Buffs came into the match seeking their first conference win. CU struggled in the first two sets before winning a very close third set, 27-25. However, Colorado could not keep the momentum going for long, as they fell to Missouri in 4 sets. In the defeat, Becca Fogel led the team with 10 kills and 11 digs to record her 4th double-double on the year. Colorado has a week off before taking on the Texas Tech Red Raiders in Boulder on October 14th.
Now, the Buffaloes played in Notre Dame for the Gridiron Classic this past week. However, it was the men's golf team that played. That's right, golf. They played against some of the top talent in the nation in South Bend. The Buffs finished 11th with senior Justin Bargett leading the way and finishing 5th overall, only 4 strokes off the lead. Tournament host Notre Dame stole the show by winning both the team and individual titles. The Buffs play next week in sunny California, looking to improve off their showing at Notre Dame.
The CU women's golf team finished 6th as they hosted the Heather Farr Memorial Tournament at the Colorado National Club in Erie. In their first tournament at their new home, the Buffs couldn't get past Big 12 rival Texas Tech, who took a commanding lead in the first round and never looked back for their first win of the fall season. Sophomore Emily Talley led the Buffs, hitting a 74 in each of the final 2 rounds to finish 8th overall. CU will head to Nevada for the Las Vegas Collegiate Showdown on October 26th to the 27th for their final tournament of the fall season before going home on a spring hiatus.
Now, unfortunately, we have to take a break right now.
But after, we're going to get our weekly weather report and stay tuned for our trivia answer. Holt hit the streets this week to see why CU students were missing and what they're missing about football season.
I'm down at the UMC, and since football has been on a 3-week hiatus on campus, I'm down here asking students what they miss most about the games.
Well, not to be cruel, but there's not too much to miss right now. So far, the season going as it is, but I don't know. I mean, it's always fun to be with all your friends at the game and just go a little crazy, I guess.
I guess the student fever of everyone going crazy at the games, the constant chanting and buff is a good time. And also, it seems we do a little better when we're home.
A lot of athletes have superstitions. Do you have any superstitions before you go to the games?
I always go for a run before and I visualize the game and think about how we're going to win, whoever we play.
Just wear a certain pair of socks or something. I don't know. Nothing special.
No, not really. They're going to play how they're going to play, I think.
What's your favorite football accessory to wear to games?
Not shirt. I don't know. The paint thing's pretty fun. That's good.
My beer goggles.
My only CU merch is a hoodie, so I wear that.
My favorite thing to wear is gold or yellow or whatever, and my black shorts and my running shoes.
Nothing.
It looks like CU students will overwhelmingly be happy when CU returns to play Kansas next Saturday. I'm Samantha Holt for CU Sports Mag.
Thanks, Samantha. And now we're going to throw it over to Andrew Tomasini for this week's weather report.
Welcome, everybody. We're going to be taking a look at this weekend's weather outlook here for Boulder and the surrounding areas. First, we're going to look at the regional map. Now, here on the regional map right here, we're going to want to watch this right here. We have lots of energy pushing from the north coming down through Colorado in the Front Range. We're going to want to watch this cell as it hits the Front Range and the high country. So those skiing enthusiasts, people who like to snowboard, get up there this weekend and enjoy it because you're going to see lots and lots of early season snow. Now, also for the 4-day outlook, we're going to be taking a look at Boulder here. Friday, we saw a 54 high, 32 low. Good stuff there. But as we dip into the evening, we're going to see a wintry mix on both Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, you're going to see a high of 33, low of 22. Sunday, high of 44, low of 22. So more jacket weather for you on Sunday. And Monday, well, Monday's going to be a breezy one, and I say it should be a skirt alert because it is going to be very breezy. 20 to 25 mile per hour winds, high of 52, low of 32. Now, going back to Saturday, baseball fans, we have the Phillies coming to town. Joe Blanton versus Jason Hamill, 7:37 p.m. First pitch now. Jason Hamill will be looking to cool the bats of the Phillies as they are tied 1 apiece in this NLDS. Sunday, more sports action for you in Denver. 2:15 p.m. clash of the AFC Titans, New England Patriots coming to the Mile High City to face the Denver Broncos. It's going to be about 40, 35 degrees round kickoff. As the game slowly gets into the end, it's going to get a lot colder. I tell you, you need to bring the thermals, bring your thermos, do whatever you got to do. You need to stay warm because it is going to be a cold one. And as we look into those skiers and snowboarders who are going to be heading up this weekend, Loveland is open. Now, Loveland is actually open for the earliest time in 40 years, so get out there and enjoy it. We have an 18-inch base, tree-to-tree cover. You're going to be coming down. It's going to be great stuff, and you really should enjoy it. No recent snowfall. Got to get out there. 33 high, 22 low.
And now it's time to answer this week's trivia question. But before we give it away, we'll remind you of our question. Which former Buffs football star was inducted in the College Football Hall of Fame in 1993? The answer is Dick Anderson, who was a safety from the Buffs from 1965 to 1967.
That was a good trivia question.
That was a good trivia
And now we're joined by Andrew Tomasini.
Thank you, guys.
A weatherman. How you doing?
Pretty good. You know, I'm just looking forward to this weekend. Lots of good sports action. Should be interesting if they get in the baseball game tomorrow night, though.
Who do you think, Rockies or Phillies?
It's going to be a tough one. I'd go Rockies. They got the home field advantage with the weather.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for CU Sports Mag. So stay tuned next week for another episode. For Andrew Tomasini and Matt Hanlon, I'm Ron Knobauer. See you next week.
Nice job, gentlemen. Nice job, man. What happened?
Oh, boy.
What happened?